Hey everyone, Sim Farmer, and welcome to Silverrun Forest, the new map that's included in the Platinum Expansion DLC. So you start off when you first load into the map up here on top of this bridge overlooking the small start farm area in new farm mode. Just off in the distance you can see the Silverrun Forest town. It's a very nice looking map. There's very nice like water areas, nice details in the forest areas as well. I'm really looking forward to getting a good playthrough on this map and exploring. So if we head down to the actual main farm area where we start. So new farm mode, we do start with 3 areas of land, some forestry equipment to get us going, and also $100,000. And also this nice new farmhouse that's included in the game as a placeable. So we've got our sleep trigger here. Unfortunately you can't go inside. It does change through the seasons as well, so when you go into autumn you get pumpkins on the tables outside, fallen leaves on the actual roof as well, so it does look very nicely detailed as you go through the different seasons. So starting equipment, we've got the Volvo BM. So this is the 2654. It does come with some wear and tear already on it, so it's got quite a few hours on the clock. So this is our starting tractor. We've also got the new winch, to the EGV65AHK. So nice to see a winch system actually in the game now. So you can bring this out, hook it up to logs, and then winch your logs up to a new clearing where you can then further process the logs. We've also got the Volvo BM, or the SM462 forwarder. So this is handy for picking up your logs in the forest and then bringing them out to a clearing where you can then load them onto a more suited road transport. These are obviously not designed for long distance transport of logs. They obviously don't hold a huge amount, and they're not very fast either. So it's definitely not something you want to be transporting logs across the map. But yeah, useful to get logs out of areas where you wouldn't necessarily take a semi-trailer in and a truck, at the risk of getting stuck. So you can bring your logs out, as say you forward them onto a clearing like this and then load them up onto your road transport, but obviously you can load them up and drive it across the map if you wish to. We also got the Komatsu 911.5, the 2011, this is the X3M. So an older tree harvester and a little bit cheaper than some of the other stuff in the base game. It does look very nice. Again, a lot of wear and tear on. You see quite a lot of wear on the actual tracks themselves. It does look very nice. So that's your starting equipment. We also start with a chainsaw, which is nice to actually see as we're on a forestry map. The farmhouse is included in the placeable section. So there are now 5 new farmhouses with the Platinum expansion. So we've got the one we've got for 55,000, and then various different ones ranging up to 95,000. As far as I'm aware, you can't go inside any of them. They are just sleep trigger on the porch. And that one just there on the side. And then we also get this new farmhouse old school bus. So a lot cheaper option, 17,500 if you want to start off a little bit smaller and then work your way up to one of the nice new buildings. You can start off with a little farmhouse. Also, while we're in build mode, there are several new sheds, or 3 new sheds. We've got the new bulk hall by Horman, so 145,000 for that. Then we've got the massive shelter, which is so big it's difficult to actually see properly. So the shelter with the solar panels on the roof. This is also a generator, so it generates $2,880 per month. And then we've got the production building with solar panels on the roof. Again, this one produces $2,400 per month, but they are very expensive, $560,000. But it does look a very nice building. Nice opening shutter doors, very nicely detailed. Productions, there are several new productions included in the Platinum expansion. These are all usable on any map as long as you own the Platinum expansion DLC, so you can build them on any map you wish. Not sure how that works with the barrel production, getting metal on other maps. I'm not sure where you get the iron ore from for the metal production. for that. So yeah, not sure how that works, but as far as I'm aware, they are all available to place down on other maps. So we've got the barrel factory, furniture factory, flooring factory, the iron furnace, which is required for the metal, the paper factory, pet accessories, art accessories, shingle factory, and then the wood turner. All of these are already pre-placed on this map and purchasable except for the iron furnace. So if you do want to do the metal, you will need to buy this building and place it down somewhere on the map to get that production going. But all the others are purchasable. As we'll drive around, you'll see those. So if we take a look at the map, as you can see from all the green dots everywhere, and you can just see where it starts to fade out, where the edge of the map is, that it is all pretty much forestry. Apart from this very low section here where we've got 3 arable fields that are purchasable. You don't start with any of those. We only start with farmland 36, 32 and 33, which is not a bad area. There are quite a lot of trees on there. But this is new farmer mode start. Obviously if you're start from scratch, or farm manager mode, you don't own any of the equipment or any of this farmland. There are 2 flat areas of grass, meadow grass. These aren't fields, these are just meadow grass areas, but they are very flat and not too bad priced either. So this one's 36,000 and 50,000 for this one. So it's good areas to get your productions down. So if you want to build the iron furnace somewhere flat, then this is an ideal place. Or you could plough in 2 new fields, just cut the grass to sell for silage, build up a farm area. Obviously until you clear more trees, you're a bit limited on the actual arable side of farming, and I'm not sure how many of these areas are actually suitable for ploughing fields in. So there are, I say, 42 farmland areas that are purchasable, various different sizes, some quite big areas. The prices aren't too bad actually, considering like the size of some of them. So 254, I think that one's probably the most expensive I've seen, 348,000. So they're not too bad. I was expecting them to be a lot more expensive, to be honest. There are some areas obviously which aren't purchasable. There's a little strip down there which is only 20,000. So around the main farm area there's some small areas, so 30s, 9,000, 31, 27,000. This strip down here, 35, 34,000 and 66. So it's not going to take a huge amount to start expanding out a little bit. There are contracts available as well, including the farming contracts. So if you do want to change from forestry for a bit and you don't own the field, you can pick up a few contracts. Interesting, they give you that tractor for transporting. I'm not even sure if you can hook a trailer up to the back of that tractor. I presume you can. Maybe a logging trailer more designed for. Yeah, we do have the contracts. We've also got the new forestry contracts. So we've got tree transport. This is where you pick up a set amount of logs, load them up, and then take them to this one for the southern sawmill, and then you will get paid. It does say about damaging trees. I presume that means don't cut any of the logs up with a chainsaw. Maybe depending if you've not got the right transport equipment and you're struggling to get them on the trailer and you start cutting up the logs to shorten the length to load them up, I presume you may get a penalty for doing that. We've got deadwood contracts, and we've also got the rock removal contracts as well, which is currently not showing up. So this one will be farmland 14. So you go to farmland 14 area and then cut down 19 marked trees. I'm not sure if these contracts regenerate over time. So once you've cleared all the deadwood trees from this area, I don't know if this is a one-time contract. Once done, that's it. It won't show up again. Same with the rock breaking contracts. I don't know if they regenerate after a set amount of time, because I've not actually tried any myself yet. So it'd be interesting to see whether they are one-time contracts, and that's it. Once you've done those contracts, cleared the areas, they don't show up again. Would be a bit weird if rocks randomly start reappearing. So these are some of the rocks that you end up breaking up. So this one is on our own land, so we could clear that and then clear this area, then once we cleared all the trees, possibly put a field in. So actually I want to go this way, and we'll just head down to the main store. So very nice tracks around. There's a lot of off-road tracks all over the map. Very nicely detailed woodland areas as well. So this track brings you down into the edge of the town and right by the vehicle store. So this is where we can purchase all your equipment, sell point and repair point just to the side here. And while we're here, we'll just take a look at the new category for containers. So in the objects mode, we've now got the containers section. We can purchase 3 different containers, 20 foot, 30 foot and 40 foot. These do auto load logs at the correct length. So you do need to cut your trees at this length, so 12 meters, 6 meters and 9 meters, and then open the doors, feed the log in, and it will auto load in there. Color options on these as well, and there's also a couple of different decal options if you like. So if we buy one of those, so these are the new login transport containers. You can open them up and you can put pallets in there if you wish, but they are more designed for transportation of logs. So if I just drop in a log and show you, what size did we buy? 9 meter. I will also need to quickly just turn on super strength. So once you've got your container, you open the doors, bring your log up, and if you just feed it in, it'll auto load into the container until it's full. And then you can sell the container. The container does sell, so you do sell the whole thing, so you don't get the container to reuse. It just doesn't just take the logs out, the whole thing sells. So you will need to purchase another container to use. There is also the new low loader in the low loader section that's included as well. So we've got 2 new low loaders. So we've got the trailed one, which you can obviously put on the back of a tractor or truck with a trailer hitch, and then we've got the one for the semi. The containers do auto lock into these, or this one. I'm not sure about the other one. May just be that one. Yeah, I think it's just the other one. Or if you drop the container on the back of here, you can extend it out for the longer container as well, and the container will auto snap onto the back of here, so you can transport it round. But you can lift it up with a forklift truck and drop it on any trailer that it fits on if need be. And while we are here as well, I'm just going to quickly buy a truck just so we can drive around in. And we'll go for a nice bright red one, some black wheels. So yeah, that's the main store area. You can purchase all your pallets of seed, fertilizer and all your equipment. So just over the road from there, we've got the roller coaster. So basically this is a sell point that requires certain products. So as you can see in the bottom right hand corner, the current step we're on requires wood beams, planks long, metal, floor tiles and staircase railings. Some of those products can be purchased from the sawmill down the road. Some of them you will need to actually produce yourself at various different productions as you go around that. So once you've delivered all those for that stage, this will start building up over time, and then the next stage will be available to start delivering products to until it's complete. But it does act as a sell point. So if we go into here and go for wood beams, so roller coaster shows up as a sell point. So currently it's paying 8,909 for the wood beams it requires. So you do get paid for the items as you drop them off here. I don't know if that disappears once it's all complete and that no longer shows up as a sell point. But I'm really looking forward to getting that built and then riding along the roller coaster once it's all done. So just over the road we've got the Silverrun Market. So this pretty much takes everything as a sell point. So all your grains, bales, products can be bought to these 2 drop-off points. So this is the only sell point for your loose grain, so wheat, barley, canola, corn. this is the only place you can bring those currently, unless you put down your own placeable grey mill or another production that requires those items, or one of the other placeable sell points that's included. If we go round this way, I'll just quickly look around here. So this is the first of the flat areas of grassland you can buy. So it is very nice and flat. It is just covered in meadow grass. So it's not an actual field of grass, but it is nice and flat. So nice area to maybe put in another field or start your farmyard, or say just for production buildings. If we do a left here, this is the other grassland area, a little bit bigger. There's a nice big open space, and then we've got field 2 just to the right hand side. Field 3 is just over, a little bit further down from the other side of that bridge over there, and then field 1 just to the right here. So only the 3 arable fields to start with on the map, but it does give you the opportunity to do a little bit of farming, take a break from forestry. So if we do a left into here, so this is one of the new buildings that's available as a placeable. This one is set up as a purchase point for pallets. You can open the door and get inside. So here you can buy your pallets of planks long, wood beam and prefab walls. So that's all that's available to purchase here. So this is the Silverrun Forest sawmill. So if you don't want to own the sawmill but you want to deliver these items to the roller coaster or some of the other productions that take them, there's quite a few productions that take planks long, then you can actually purchase them here instead of producing your own. So nicely detailed building. I don't think there's any way to get through. Oh, we can. So through into the warehouse where we've got a forklift truck that we do not own. So this does not show up in the garage of owned items. So in here we've only got the tractor, 2 forestry equipment, the car I've just bought, the chainsaw, and then the actual winch. So this is pre-placed on the map, available for you to use, but you don't own it. Not sure how you go about maintenance, refueling, whether you're responsible for doing all that, or whether that's automatically done over time, or whether it's unlimited, it doesn't run down because you don't own it. Any pallets you purchase from in here, we don't have enough money. So I spent it all on a truck. Let's buy one. Oh, one is 37,000 for one. Wow, that's pretty pricey. Yeah, so anything you purchase from there will spawn inside this warehouse. So we've got our pallet of planks there. All these doors are openable, so you can bring in your truck. Trailers, a door that end, another shutter door down there. So it might be easier looking at it to probably bring your trailer alongside here and then bring the pallets out, or drive in through this door. Quite small doors though, so getting some of the bigger trailers and trucks into the building might be a bit difficult, especially with this slightly bigger door here, but it's quite a tight turn area to get inside there. Well, that's where you can purchase any pallets that you don't want to produce yourself. Over here we've got the sawmill sell point, so this is where you'll bring your logs for the southern sawmill. Loading dock here for the train, so you can load up products onto the train, and there is a rent train icon just here. So you can click that to rent train and it will come to this platform. You can then load up any containers, pallets, or loose logs onto the rear train carriages. So that's the southern sawmill, which is mostly just a sell point for logs and the train load area, and then you can purchase those logs there. So you can't actually purchase that as a production building. And just over here we've got the boatyard. So this is a purchasable production. So it's 125,000 to purchase, and as you can see in the field info box in the bottom right hand corner as well, it does also show the required items to build a boat for this current stage. So you deliver all your items here. So you've got planks long, wood beam, metal, floor tiles for the current stage. The boat will then over time be built up, and then you'll move on to the next stage, which requires different materials. And then once the boat's launched, I think you then get paid once it's all completely finished for that. But this is obviously a much shorter project for each boat, and it's an unlimited as well. You can build as many boats as you like, but you can only do one at a time. So it's not like the roller coaster, which is once done, it's done. So that's the boatyard, which looks very nice building. Looking forward to getting a few boats built, getting all the items required. So we'll head around the back of the roller coaster into the town area. Which is very nicely detailed as well. Some nice buildings in here. So the Silverrun Forest town area. Production buildings, if you see all the smoke, most of the buildings with smoke on are production buildings. They are quite easy to identify as you go around. Quite a few that you can't quite see from here. The first one we come to is the barrel production. So this one requires long planks and metal and costs 120,000 to purchase. Obviously, again, if you're on multiplayer and somebody buys this one, there is a placeable option as well that you can place down on land, so you can have your own barrel making building. We continue driving through the town. We'll just quickly stop off here. So this is the clothing. Is it Davis dresser? So this is your wardrobe access point. Obviously you can access it in the menu at any point as well, but I'll quickly just show you. So we've got some new items of clothing included in the Platinum expansion. So we've got the Volvo cap, Volvo coveralls. Quickly change to that one. We've also got the Volvo t-shirt, and there are some Volvo trousers as well. They're all in black, so there's no colour selectables. Well, that is the new attire that's included in the Platinum expansion. If you wish to support some Volvo clothing. So there's really nice areas, nice little jetty down there with some boats. We'll go up round town. We'll go down the next road because there's a few production buildings down here and sell points as well. So just over here we've got the wood turning production. It's 80,000 to purchase. This one will produce bowls, pepper grinders, and staircase railings. So we've got the log drop-off point here, so you can deliver your logs, and then the pallet spawn point just here in the front. Over this side we've got the tailor shop sell point, so you can sell wool, fabric, cotton, clothing there. Next door to the wood turner there is the furniture, is it? Fancy furniture? Or classy furniture, Northwest. So this one 110,000 to purchase, and this one will do your furniture, so tables, chairs, which you can then sell on. Another sell point just around the back there. So say there's quite a lot of sell points dotted around the map. The fire station also is a sell point for wood chips, so just down the right hand side. And then we've got the art gallery. So the Great Woods Gallery. So this is where all the collectibles spawn once you've collected them. So there are 20 collectibles on the map, which are wood carvings. I won't show where any of them are. I don't want to give any spoilers away for those that want to go and explore themselves. So every time you collect one, it will show up in here, so you can keep track of your progress, see how many you've got left to do, how many you've collected. They are very nice looking wood carvings of different animals. And some of them are very easy to spot as you're driving around. Just watching this video you may see a few. I won't point them out, so I'll leave it for you to explore and find. So yeah, very nice town area. Gas station just there as well. So if we do a right down here, we've got the pet accessories, I think that one is. Yep, so pet accessories production point there. And then we've got the flooring. So flooring fantasies, so that one will produce your floor tiles. Another train station over the road there with a rent a train icon. So another platform there where you can pick up the train. Little park area, bandstand just over there. So we'll head up to the old sawmill and follow this road over the various different bridges with the water areas, which do look very nice, and they also look fantastic as you change through the seasons. The way the landscape changes, the bushes change, the grass changes. It does look very nice as you go through the various different seasons. And there is the train just coming past, not very long. There's the pallets, flatbed, and then 2 logging trailers, wagons on the back. Another gas station here with the Waffle Hut sell point. So there, just to the right hand side of the Waffle Hut, there is the sell point for various different products. That one takes eggs, milk, I think takes like strawberries, lettuce, tomatoes, if you do have the greenhouses. And if we do a left here, it will bring us into the old sawmill. Again, some very nice detail around the actual area. It does feel like a proper working sawmill and lumber yard as we cross the different train areas. So this is the purchasable sawmill. If you want to produce your various different wood products, planks, wood beams, long planks, and the prefab walls. So 250,000 to purchase. It is fed by a mill pond, this one. So we'll drop a few logs in so you can see. So for this one you need to drop your logs in the water. The logs do float as well, as you can see. Very nice. They don't actually move in the water, they just sit there, but you can back your trailer in, unstrap it, and the logs will float out, and you can just drive forward. Trigger to sell your logs if you don't own the building is here. If you do own the purchase, the logs will automatically be fed into the production once they're dropped into the water, and each log will individually be fed up onto the conveyor system. So very nice animations on this as you watch the logs go up into the sawmill. So yeah, if you own the production, as soon as the logs hit the water, they'll start automatically feeding up into the actual building itself. So I've say, very nicely detailed, very nice looking sawmill. There is no placeable production sawmill though, so this is the only one. Whether any of the modded sawmills, if placed down on this map, will have access to the extra production menu, I'm not sure. Depends how they're set up. Pallets produced will spawn in this shelter here, and each product has its own spawn area. So you can see there's 4 different spawn areas in here. So we've got the standard planks in this area. I think this one does the long planks, wood beams in this one, and then the prefab wall parts in this one. I would say the pallets do spawn an odd way around. The prefab ones I can't quite show you because they spawn facing that you need to pick them up this way, which is fine if you don't have any planks across here that you can just drive in this way, but would be better if they were spun around 90 degrees so you can get them from the side for this one. So yeah, if you do have planks spawn as well, they may get in the way of accessing some of these back ones, especially where it's a bit tricky to get in from this side as well, but mine are niggles. So if we jump back in here, we'll head over to the container warehouse, which is just the other side. So again, a lot of buildings around here with all the different planks on the little dollies over there. Does make you feel like it's a nice working sawmill. So wood chip spawn area when you own the production, or your wood chips will spawn here. So then you can access them. And then just over here we've got the container warehouse. There is another platform here for loading the train, but I don't think there's a rent-a-train icon at this location, so you would have to bring the train from one of the other platforms and bring it up here to load up. So container warehouse, this is where you sell your containers of wood in this trigger here. You can load the containers up onto the train as well, but as far as I'm aware, the production buildings don't take container wood. So if you load your wood up into containers, I don't think you can take it to your production builders, you can only sell it. So you can bring it to this sell point here. As soon as you drive through this, the whole container will disappear. Or you could load it onto the train. So nice flatbed trailer there to load your container on. Although you can only put one container at a time, which is a bit limiting. So what we'll do, we'll head from here, we'll head up to the mine shaft. Let's try and work out the best way to go. Yeah, I think we can follow that road around the top of the map. Come down, or we'll go down that dirt track and then across that way up to the mine shaft. And I think that's where we'll end this map tour. I don't want to go around too many of the areas. I want to leave stuff for you to explore for yourselves. So up here we've got the redwood trees. So various different areas have got the redwood trees, which are absolutely ginormous compared to the other trees. So that one's a 28 metre tall tree. And I think some of these are like 5.9, 6 metre diameter. They're not really designed or placed for actually cutting down and selling. You can sell them, you can cut them down and sell them, but you don't make much money from them. So going across a nice ravine here, as you can see the water go through. It's very nice. I do really like the feel of this map. But yeah, it's far from a farming map. Just try and work out, I'm lost now, which way I should have gone. Yeah, we'll carry on all the way down, then do a right and then take the first dirt track on the left. So yeah, redwood forest area up this end of the map. You can, you can cut them down to clear the areas of land, but they're more designed for replanting, as they are a protected species of tree. Obviously the standard tree harvesters won't cut those down, so you would have to do it with a chainsaw and then load them up manually. So if we do a right here and then take this first dirt track on the left, and there's the mine shaft just over there in the distance. So we'll head our way over to that. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to starting a new series on here. I won't be just doing forestry. So the idea will be to start off with forestry and then start building up some arable stuff as well. So we can do, as we go on, we can do a bit more of a mix of between farming and forestry. So maybe set up a small like ranch area or like homestead area with a few animals, a few small fields as well. So it'll be interesting to see as we go, as we clear areas of land, how much of the map is suitable for fields, how much of it we'll just use for replanting trees to then cut down so we can have a continuous supply of trees. Again, really nicely detailed. As I said earlier, a lot of people obviously aren't going to be into this map because it being a forestry map, and I know a lot of people don't like forestry, but I'd definitely say give it a go. If you've never actually tried to do it, it can take a while to get used to the equipment. It's more of a learning curve, but if you do persevere with it, it can become enjoyable. I mean, I used to hate forestry, to be honest, but I do enjoy doing it, but I say I do get bored of it after a while. So it's nice to have a break and do other things. So this is the iron ore. This is generating, it's quite a small amount, but if you speed up time, this pile does gradually get bigger, as you can see. So you do have a limit to how much you can take out. So once that pile's emptied, you have to wait for it to build back up again. So over time that will gradually build up. I presume it will get to a maximum limit until you then start taking some out. But as far as I can see, there is no cost of taking this away. I don't know, I'm not seeing that there's a fee at the end of the day. I've got super strength on, so I can't get in the vehicle. If we drive in with this equipment that's here to use, so we've got the Volvo LM841 wheel loader with a 1000 litre bucket on. So again, with the forklift truck that's at the Southern Sawmill, we don't own this equipment, but it is here to use. And then you can load it in your dump truck. And then you can take that down to your iron furnace. You can't sell iron ore straight as it is. It has to be refined in the iron furnace into metal. And then we've got the debris crusher here for selling your waste stones. So if you do the rock crushing contracts, you don't have to pick up the stones. The same with the dead wood contracts. You don't have to remove the dead wood trees. You just need to cut them down. So once you complete the contract, any stones that are left on the ground will disappear. But you can pick them up and transport them up here and sell them. Or if you have a line production that you've placed down, you can take the stones there. Deadwood trees aren't worth a lot of money to sell. I think they are only worth like $1 or something, and they don't add much to your production buildings, as essentially they are deadwood, so not really usable for anything. So this is the Iron Peaks Mining Company. It's not a purchasable production. Say the iron ore just gradually generates over time. So once you've cleared this area, you'll have to wait then for it to spawn before you can get any more. But the iron furnace, I think, requires about 9,900 litres per month for the production. So you don't need a huge amount unless you've got multiple iron production buildings. So very nice detail again, some very nice views across the map. We'll just take a quick look down here into the mine shaft area, and then we'll end it there for the quite brief map tour. I think I've covered most of the main areas of the map. So some very nice details in here. It is very nice. I do really like the map. There is also the paper factory, which we didn't quite get to, which is just down here. So I'll quickly visit that. So this is the purchasable paper factory, which produces cardboard and paper. There is a rail line here, but I don't think the train actually comes down this way. I think this is just like a decorative rail line. I don't think you can bring the train down this way. I think it is just like this main loop that goes round off the map either end. So yeah, paper production here. There is also the rural farm sell point there, and the rural farm south sell point just there. Gas station up there. The Waffle Hut South sell point just down here that we didn't go to. So you've got various different productions. Hotel sell point, Sunnyside Cafe sell point, the vintage clothes, fire department sell point there, flooring factory. The one production I don't think is the roof shingles. Furniture factory, wood turner. Oh, shingle factory's there. We must have just missed that one. Art accessories factory there as well. So yeah, it does look like it's just the iron furnace that's not pre-placed on the map, and will need to be placed down on land you own to be able to produce metal. So yeah, we'll leave that there. I say I didn't want to go too much into some of the areas. I'll leave that for you to explore yourself, and you can discover the collectibles. I really like the map. I'm really looking forward to getting a series on here. We'll also be doing some live streams on here from this evening as well, with me, Stevie, Storm and Big T Farmer. So we'll be starting off with a little bit of equipment, and then we'll go from there. So that's the end of this video, and hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you've not yet subscribed to the channel, then please do consider subscribing to the Sim Farmer channel. So we've got lots of time-lapse videos, live streams once a week as well on the multiplayer. And also I'll be doing a new series on this map. Hopefully get the first video out later today. It'll be a mix of time-lapse and also commentary over as well. So it's something I've not done before myself in the kind of way I'm going to do it. So it's going to be kind of like talking and then time-lapse sections as well in between, just so I can explain a bit more about how I'm doing things and why I'm doing things and my ideas of how I want to go about the progress. Looks a bit odd, like wood crate glitching through the door. I don't think we can open that. Yeah, so yeah, consider subscribing to the channel. I really do appreciate that, and a big thank you to everyone that's watched. Hope you've enjoyed it again, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you again. Goodbye.